The tropical island of Sri Lanka may look like a peaceful paradise. But for decades, internal strife wreaked havoc, killing thousands and uprooting many more. Devastation caused by the 2004 tsunami only made matters worse for Sri Lanka's poor. Now, these farmers in Batticaloa and Trincomalee districts are cultivating their previously abandoned land. But like other poor around the world, an additional blow struck them when food prices rose dramatically in 2007 and 2008. Due to the food crisis, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that the number of hungry people in the world increased by 100 million. Now, 1 billion, or 1 out of 6 people on the planet, are undernourished. The European Union reacted swiftly and massively with the €1 billion food facility, of which 228 million is channeled through FAO, to boost agricultural productivity in 28 countries across Africa, Asia and Latin America. In Sri Lanka, the EU, FAO and the government are assisting 20,000 families to clear their farmland and to rehabilitate small-scale irrigation tanks and channels so that they can begin growing crops again. This farmer, Thangarasan, explains how vital this support is for the entire community.
First, we need to fix irrigation tanks. Then we can do better cultivation. We also need agricultural inputs after we've reclaimed and leveled the land. This will help the community to improve productivity, the standard of living and the economy.
From Asia to the African nation of Zambia, where the EU's investment in conservation agriculture is boosting productivity.
You are all welcome to our stand. This is Conservation Farming Unit, Zambia National Farmers. What I would request you is to pay much attention.
Farmers are receiving training in conservation agriculture, a method that aims to achieve sustainable and profitable agriculture with minimal soil disturbance, permanent soil cover, and crop rotations. By alternating maize with crops that are ready at different times of the year, like vegetables and legumes, Zambians have improved their year-round food availability. This farmer, Munsanji, feels that she has improved the life of her family.
I discovered that reaping was very good and conservation farming in general has benefited my family. This has even allowed me to send my children to school. In fact, this technique has made farming very easy.
Practicing conservation agriculture will protect the livelihoods of Zambians for years to come. Across the Atlantic Ocean in Guatemala, subsistence farmers from Alta Verapaz, Baja Verapaz, and Quiché departments were already suffering setbacks from high food prices when hit by severe droughts last year. Here, the EU and FAO are helping 14,000 farmers to raise their food productivity and stocks by using certified seeds and inputs. They've also received training in managing and marketing surplus crops for better returns. FAO expects them to increase maize production by 25%. In Guatemala and several other countries, FAO is working with the World Food Programme, while worldwide, the EU food facility funds are being used for partnering with NGOs and other UN partners, like the International Fund for Agricultural Development, the United Nations Development Programme, and the United Nations Children's Fund. Looking back to Africa, the difficulty of life in Niger is undeniable. One of the poorest nations in the world, half the population, or 7.1 million people, are undernourished. FAO is providing emergency assistance by supplying feed for the livestock so vital to livelihoods here. Alongside this program, FAO is also bringing longer-term support to agriculture by supporting a microcredit lending scheme called Warrantage. The system serves as a bridge between emergency and development, whereby farmers can store their harvest as collateral and use the credit to buy inputs for the planting season. One of the project managers, Musa Anju, explains.
This sack is sold for 8,000 to 10,000 francs. Once it is guaranteed, after a few months in stock, its price can reach 20,000 francs.
With the EU's food facility investment in agriculture, FAO expects to make a difference to the lives of about 1.8 million families in just 2 years. Improving infrastructure, rehabilitating land and irrigation schemes, promoting sustainable and profitable farming practices, and providing farmers with training, as well as access to quality seed and fertilizers, are all crucial if we are to turn the rising tide of hunger.